Hey guys, what's going on? Back again, gonna work on another grenade. This one is not really that bad on the outside. It's pretty rusty on the inside. I'm gonna show you guys that here in a second. I'll get some good shots of the inside of that rust, and the threads in the bottom and in the top are a little gummed up. You can still thread things onto the top, but maybe not so much on the bottom. But for this one, I think because it's all real fine work, to get that rust out of those threads, I'm going to do electrolysis. The outside doesn't really need it too much. It's got stuff on it, and it doesn't really have hardly any rust on the outside. But the inside is quite rusty, and it's difficult to work on the inside of a grenade, as you can imagine. I also don't have any more wire wheels that will fit on the inside of this currently, and so I'd have to order them, and I gotta wait a few days, and I can do electrolysis now. I have everything I need to do it. So let's take a quick peek on the inside of this grenade so I can show you what I'm talking about. Alright, just to give a quick look at the condition this is in. See how rusty this is on the inside. I mean, it's all surface, it's not deep, but it is built up. There is some sort of stuff here. I don't know what that is, that shiny stuff. Probably the same stuff that kept the grenade one neck from coming off. And then the same thing on this side. It's, it's rusty. The outside, not bad. It's got a little bit of pitting on it, a little bit of paint. There's something on the outside. I don't think it's paint all the way across. There is remnants of something, but I think there's some sort of rust protective coating on the outside. It's darkened the metal, but it's kind of in the way, and it needs to be cleaned up. But first thing I want to do is I want to get the rust off the inside of this. So I got to get that electrolysis bucket back out. Okay, well, I'll have to rub that down with some steel wool. And we gotta clean out the bucket, and we gotta get the rust off the rebar there. But that'll just take a second. So to cover what happened, because my camera didn't record, I added water, I added some of this washing soda, I gave it a stir, make sure it was real thorough. I didn't really measure anything, I just kind of throw some in there. The washing soda helps the water be more conductive, so the electricity can pass through it, between the grenade to the rebar. And really the last thing I got to worry about now is just plugging it in at this point. The positive is going to go on the rebar. It's connected to this one, and then I have a wire connecting over here, so they're joined together. And then this one is just on that fly swatter that I've modified and dangled the grenade on. So I just got to plug it in now. Alright, so charger's on. If I press start stop, this is where I gotta trick it. It's too smart, it's gonna fail here in a second probably, and think that it's not able to charge it, and then I just have to press it again and it'll do it anyway. Maybe. You can see the electrolysis working already. Right there, the grenade, it's bubbling. So that's a good sign. It's working. Alright, so the next piece is the neck here. I've got this collar on here and it's stuck. The collar is preventing the wind vane from coming off, and if the wind vane doesn't come off, then these little pins that are on the side here can't come out the side, which prevents us from removing this firing pin. Can't remove the firing pin, you can't put it on a lightsaber because a threaded rod needs to run through the center there. So I've tried and tried and tried already. Just here and there, not like put a whole serious effort into it, but I've cranked on it pretty good with some pliers, and it's not moved at all. So the hard part is I can't really hold on to it very well. So I'm gonna try and come up with a way to hold on to this somehow, and hopefully I can figure something out, and that way it'll hold on to this and I can just pull on it and maybe it'll come off. There is this little nub here, and so many of these collars are they have like a little pin on the inside. You can see that one there, but they don't really have one on the outside. So what I'm thinking is that's the same pin. It's in the same spot there. So I don't know why it would be stuck on if it's sticking out that far. I don't know. I'm gonna, and it's even lined up with the slot perfectly. So like there's the pin and there's the slot. So if that's it, it should just come right off, but it does also look like it got just wedged on here. Like, see how that's wider at the bottom and narrower at the top? Like when I look at these, they're pretty much straight. I mean, they're made to flex a little bit, but that seems significant. That seems like a lot of pressure. So I'm gonna try to make a little piece that will basically hold this in place, so when I pull on it, it holds it, and I can basically clamp it into a vise without damaging it, because it's brass and it'll scratch and mar up pretty bad pretty easily. So I think what I'm gonna do is make something out of this piece of wood. See if I can like drill out or cut a section or something like that that'll hold it. That just slips right in, and now I can get a good grip without damaging the brass. Yeah, let me give it a tug. I don't think that's enough. Ha! I win. I win. So sick of that thing. Ah. Okay, we got it off. Look at how nice and clean that brass is underneath. Like it's not seen the light of day or something. So this should unscrew now. Yeah. Oh, pin fell out without any pressure on my side. This one might just fall out. Yep, it just fell out. That means this can slip right out. Perfect. These pins are in beautiful shape. This one's got a tiny little bit of surface rust, but they are wonderful. The cleanest ones I've seen yet. Yeah. Perfect, man. I love it. Alright, it's only been about 20 minutes. It's bubbling away down there. Look at all that stuff. All that came off that grenade. All of it. We're just gonna let it run. Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it up probably all day, maybe into tomorrow. It is a very gentle process. Like it does a very good job of just gently removing stuff, but it's not necessarily the most aggressive way to remove things either. You have to give it a lot of time. So we're just gonna let it sit in there and bubble away. Alright, looks like electrolysis stopped on its own. Let's take a quick look here. The battery charger is trying to be smart. Look at that. Cleaned a lot of that crap off. And it looks like the paint. Whoa, the paint just wipes off practically. That's crazy. Look at that. Comes right off. Let's see here. A lot of the rust came off. We could go for some longer. There's still a bit in there. I could probably get rid of most of it with a wire brush, but I'm going to give it another round. It's only been 3 or 4 hours, so it can go for quite a bit longer.